Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Emily and in today's video I will be creating this dreamy love card, and it has something extra right with a gold heart. I will start out by creating my background, and I looked through my stash and I found another beautiful stamp set from Trinity called Sketchy Florals. This is a 6x4 stamp set. And it's just beautiful, and you can see that I will use it on top of a light pink cardstock, and I will stamp it in white, and then I will also heat emboss it with white embossing powder. I'm prepping my surface here with that anti-static powder, and then I will go in with some Hero Arts white, I believe that's called unicorn or white pigment ink. You can use whatever white ink you have, or a clear ink if that is what you have in your stash. I just like the white ink because if I don't get a perfect heat embossed result, I will have the white peeking through, so it will complete my image anyway. Hope that makes sense. I stamped it a couple of times and really pressing that down. Since this is a fairly large image, it was just easier to do it this way. And you can see I'm using a mini Misty here, but I will switch later on to a big or a regular Misty. It will really help me out when I am stamping my image. So you can see how crisp that turned out. I will rotate and you can see, okay, I'm slightly off, this will not work. I will try my best here and just to get it in a perfect position. And yeah, I stamped it down here in a second using that white, and it sort of accidentally slipped a little bit, and I will have it shift on me. So it's okay, I don't think it's noticeable in my final pictures, but I just wanted to mention that because sometimes this happens, and you can if you have a clear ink, sometimes you can save it, but when you have the white ink, it could be a little bit more tricky to hide that you sort of off-stamped it. Here I switched to that larger Misty just because I needed to rotate my stamp, and I thought I needed some more space. I'm just stamping that in that little spot, and I will do the same procedure once more. And I will try to do this, but you can see I need to shift and switch. And then I sort of free-handedly went in with a corner of this stamp and just did it to the corners to completely cover this background. And now I'm jumping ahead. I will share a picture later on of the die set because I completely forgot to do it at this point in the video. But I am using a beautiful stamp set. This is from the Simply Sentimental Love, and I will have the coordinating dies as well to have as my sentiment. You can see here is the sentiment set and the one I used. And then I just used that white ink once more, and I stamped it, I heat embossed it, and then I will also run it through my die cutting machine. And this is also a tip, I'm just using painter's tape to keeping my panels down, or my dies down I should say, when I'm running it through my machine. And when I had my background, I thought it looked a little bit too flat with just one color in the background. So I went in with two colors, both are pinks and both coordinate with each other. The one that is softer is the actual color of the paper, and the other one is a slightly darker color, and I'm using my blending brushes from Trinity, and I'm just going over the corners, two of the corners I should say, and then I had a wet cloth here, just carefully running it over my image so I can buff off all the inks that got on top of my heat embossing, and it really brings my image to life again. You can see here is the die set that I used. It's called Swirly Heart die set. It's one of those must-have dies, and I wanted to create some dimension for the inside part, so I took some double-sided tape, but I realized I can't have it on an acrylic block. I need to create a little mechanism here, so I'm just taking a scrap piece of paper, and then I'm using that as a handle. Then I'm pressing it to my clear ink because I want my color to show through, and I'm just coating this completely with some halo embossing powder from Wow. It's a Catherine Pooler one, I think, or it's a collaboration between them. I don't know exactly, but it's a really beautiful color, and it has the ability to show through the colors that was underneath, and that is what I wanted. And you can see the sparkle that this creates. I had 2 coats, and yeah, I messed up my embossing ink a little bit. It has some glitter to it now, but hey, what to do? It's fine. And then I just coated the edges. Maybe I should have done this before I did the glitter, but I didn't know I wanted it before I did it. So, you know, that is how it goes. And then I had some foam squares to the back, and I will press this down to the center of my heart to the best of my ability. This is always the hardest part, to make everything look straight. And then I can have my coordinating sentiment on top. I used some liquid glue to the back of my panel, just pressed it down on top of this A2 sized card base. You can see I cut it down slightly to fit my panel with a white border. Some more foam to the back, just pressing that down to the middle, hopefully. And then I have my sentiment on top. I finished with some clear sequins from Trinity, and I probably did that off camera, but you will see it in the end result. And I also want to mention that I will have links down below for all of the products that I used in this video. I hope you got inspired to create some Valentine's card, and that this card wasn't too intimidating. It was just some heat embossing and that beautiful heart in the middle that really takes all the guesswork out of how to create a Valentine's card. Thank you so much for sticking by and watching this video until the end. I will see you soon. Bye!